Okay. Welcome our dear student of third prep in our new program مدرسة على الهواء. Welcome Mr. Muhammad.
Welcome Ms. Rasha. Thank you.
Today we start a new lesson, Unit 3, Lesson 1, the universe. First, Mr. Muhammad, define the universe or what's meant by universe.
Okay, hello dear students. In this episode, let's go to start our lesson today with this lesson as we talk about the universe. As Ms. Rasha said before, what is meant by universe? يعني إيه universe? يعني إيه كون? As we see here, we can define universe as wide extended space contains all stars or galaxies, stars, planets, and all living organisms, all things. Universe يعني الكون. So here we define all or everything around us. So let's go to start with our lesson today as we have to talk about the universe. Unit 3, Lesson 1, the universe. زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا. So here we have number 1, what is meant by universe? يعني ايه universe? Universe is what? Is wide extended space that contains. عبارة عن ايه? Contains galaxies, okay, stars, planets, and all living organisms. So here we define what? We define the universe. As you see here, we have wide extended space contains galaxies, stars, planets, and all living organisms. So we have units in the universe. The biggest unit in the universe, as you see here, we have as anything around us, we have from the biggest one to the smallest one. So universe consists of biggest units, or these units are called galaxies. So here we will define what is meant by galaxies. So here we have number 1, as we see here, galaxies زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا. So galaxies is what? As you see here, galaxies are group of stars rotate together in cosmic by what? By the effect of gravity. يعني هي طبعا group of stars، مجموعة من النجوم rotate together or gathering، اتجمعت in cosmic يعني الفضاء الكوني أو السبيس يعني by the effect of gravity. Maybe we have another definition to the galaxy. As you see here, we have or what? Or they are biggest unit that form what? The universe. We have here a number. This number is very important as we have, as you see, 100,000 million galaxies in universe till now. So we can define galaxies by 2 ways. Number 1, as you see, as what? أيوة هقول له group of stars. As you see here, galaxies, group of stars rotate together in cosmic by the effect of gravity. أو ممكن أقول له they are the biggest unit that form the universe. لأن فعلا the biggest unit in the universe are the galaxies. As we see here, we have galaxy as a
okay. He can ask how many galaxy in the universe, how many stars inside the galaxy.
According to every galaxy or each type of galaxy, we have many galaxies. We have at least 100,000 million galaxies.
So he can ask in the number of the galaxy, how many galaxies are found in the universe.
Yes, how many galaxies are found in the universe, and we have to remember this number as we have 100,000 million galaxies. So we have another definition here, or another component from the components of the universe, as we have cluster of galaxies. Cluster يعني معناها عنقود. Cluster of galaxies أو group of galaxies. So here we define what? We should differentiate between galaxies and the cluster of galaxies. So here on the monitor we have what? Cluster of galaxies. What is meant by cluster of galaxies? What? As group of galaxies gathering due to the gravity. يبقى هو group of galaxies gathering why طبعا due to the gravity. And we can say another definition with the same meaning. Group of what? Yes, group of galaxies rotate together in cosmic by the effect of gravity. And we should remember this factor as gravity, because this factor is very important in the formation of the units in the universe. Okay. So I think you remember, dear students, from the previous stages, as in primary stage and in first prep, we remember the famous or the most famous one galaxy as our galaxy is called Milky Way galaxy.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, can I ask a question?
Okay.
All the students wonder why our galaxy, in which our solar system belong to, is called by this name, which is Milky Way galaxy. Give reason why our galaxy is called Milky Way galaxy.
Okay, this good question from you, Ms. Rasha. So here we should answer this question as why this galaxy or Milky Way galaxy is called or given this name. So because it looks like splashing milk or spreading straw. عاملة زي اللبن المتبعتر أو المدلوق أو spreading straw or splashing milk أو اللي هو الزرع المتبعتر كده. So we have Milky Way galaxy because it looks like splashing milk or spreading straw. So here we have the form of Milky Way galaxy. It consists of what? As you see here, contains what? زي ما احنا شايفينه قدامنا لو سمحتوا على المونيتور. The what? The stars plus the solar system. يعني طبعا السولار system part from what? From the Milky Way galaxy. As we have here, Milky Way galaxy has a spiral form. خلي بالنا من الكلمة دي. Has what? Has a spiral form. يعني شكل حلزوني. As you see here, spiral arms. Each one of them consists of or contains many billions of stars.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, can we ask where the solar system found in the Milky Way galaxy, where its position?
Position of the solar system in Milky Way galaxy at the end of the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. So here we have spiral arms, and the solar system we know is a star as sun, and 8 planets rotate around it. So all solar system exists at the end of one of the spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, as you see here, we have this picture or this diagram to illustrate the formation of the solar system. As you see here, spiral what? زي ما احنا شايفين كده spiral يعني واخده شكل curved lines كده, and each one of them contains billion of stars. So we have universe زي ما احنا قلنا من شويه اهو. نرجع تاني. Universe, the biggest unit in the universe is what? Is the galaxies, and the galaxies consist of stars. So here we can define each one of them if we remember the component from the biggest one to the last one. طيب. So let's go to show a little video that illustrate the formation or the structure of the Milky Way galaxy. تعالوا نشوف الفيديو ده كده مع بعض. زي ما احنا شايفين, in the cosmic space we have this Milky Way galaxy consists of billions of stars. From these stars we have middle-sized star. This star is called the sun. يبقى we have many stars biggest than the sun, أكبر من الشمس. And we have some stars less than the sun in its what? in each size.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, there is a question. Why the stars look very small from observing from the Earth, although they are bigger in size than our sun?
Okay, good question. So here we have a give reason for why the stars appear small.
Small in size.
Yes, small in size, although they are very big or huge, maybe than the sun. So here we should remember, because the stars, or these stars, are very far from the Earth, so they appear very small أو as bright dots in the space. بتبان كأنها نقط مضيئة في الفضاء.
Mr. Muhammad, we have a phone call.
Okay.
Parents of a student called Judy.
أيوة. مساء الخير يا فندم. عايزة أسأل المستر بعد إذن حضرتك، مستر محمد.
Okay.
عايزة أعرف
ask your question please.
اتفضل.
عايزة أعرف الفرق بين الجلاكس cluster of galaxies.
Cluster of galaxies and what? الفرق بين ايه وايه؟ سوري معلش.
بين الجلاكس.
جالاكسي ايوه.
والكلاستر of galaxies.
She wants to know the difference between galaxy and clusters of galaxy.
Okay,
Mr. Muhammad.
في سؤال تاني بعد.
Okay, this is the first question. اتفضلي.
Give reason for universe.
Give reason. Yes.
Contain in expansion.
Universe in continuous expansion.
Yes. Continuous.
Okay. Any question?
وفي سؤال تاني. Galaxies move away from each other.
Galaxies move away from each other.
Galaxies
move
away from each other.
From each other.
Yes. Okay.
برضه give reason.
يبقى difference أو how to differentiate أو نفرق ما بين ال clusters of galaxy and galaxy. Will to give reasons: universe in continuous expansion. Galaxies move
separate from each other.
Yeah, move away أو
separate from each other. Okay. Okay. Mr. Muhammad, the first question: how can we differentiate between a galaxy and a cluster of galaxy? Okay. Mr. Muhammad.
So here we can differentiate between galaxies and the cluster of galaxies. أو galaxy cluster of galaxies. Galaxy is a group of stars. Galaxy is a group of stars gathering due to the gravity. يبقى الجالاكسي هي مجموعة من الستارز من النجوم. Okay. But clusters أو cluster of galaxies يعني مجموعة galaxies مع بعضها. يبقى group of galaxies. Okay. They gathering and rotate together due to the gravity. يبقى أنا عندنا the main factor or the common factor between the two definitions here is what? Is the gravity. Group of stars gathering together forming galaxy. Yes. And the other is cluster of galaxies as group of galaxies gathering due to the what? The gravity برضو. كان عندنا to give reasons.
The second question, give reason. The universe in continuous expansion.
Yes.
This is the second give reason. The parent asked.
حلو قوي. يبقى universe in continuous expansion because the galaxies move away from each other. The galaxies move away from each other. يبقى لما يقول لي ليه اليونيفرس in continuous expansion، الانسر بتاعتي the question او the second question. يعني نبص كده على المونيتور لو سمحتوا. عندي هنا بيقول لي universe in continuous expansion. هقول له because galaxies move away from each other. اوكي؟ طب لو قال لي galaxies move away from each other هقول له because universe in continuous expansion. يعني question 1 تمام answering by question 2 and question 2 answering by what? By question 1. Both of them is the answer of the other question. يعني كل واحد فيهم يعتبر إجابة السؤال الثاني. So I can يعني I hope
can we have another answer for the second question?
Yes.
Galaxy in continuous separation.
Okay.
Because each object in the space rotate around something. The Earth rotate around the sun rotate around the center of the galaxy, and each galaxy rotate in the space. يبقى every object rotate, so every object in continuous motion, and that makes separation between the galaxy away from each other. Everything in continuous motion. Okay.
Okay.
There are were the 3 questions.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
Here we have question. Milky Way is given that name. ليه سميناها الميلكي واي given that name؟ ليه سميناها كده؟ طبعا because it looks like splashing milk or spreading straw.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, can I ask another give reason?
Yes.
Okay, I have a give reason why the distance in the space we cannot measure it by centimeter or by kilometer.
Yes.
Why we are not measuring the distance in space by centimeter or kilometer?
Okay, so here we have to remember, as we studied before in Unit 1, we have to measure distance as a measuring units. We have meter and kilometer, okay? But in the space we have a different situation. We measure the distances in the space by using light year, not kilometer or meter. Why? Because the distances in the space are very huge. مسافات ضخمة جدا. For example, if I want to measure the distance between me and this camera, I can use centimeter as a measuring unit. If I want to measure distance between me and the door of my house, I can use meter as a measuring unit. صح? If I want to measure the distance between me and my school, so here in this situation I will use kilometer as a measuring unit. So if the distance increase, we will use another measuring unit, a biggest unit measuring a unit. So the biggest measuring unit to measure the distance is the light year. So here we have give reason, as Mr. Rasha say this give reason. Astronomers don't measure the distance between stars or between galaxies in kilometer. يعني don't خلي بالنا. Or we have another give reason for. We measure by light year. Both have the same answer. ليه بنستخدم اللايت year أو we don't use the kilometer as a measuring unit؟ أقول له because طبعا as we studied before، أقول له because the distances between galaxies are very big أو very huge. المسافات ما بينهم ضخمة جدا. Okay. طبعا هنا we have a very important number here. The sun takes about how many years to complete one rotation around the center of the galaxy. الصن بتاخد قد ايه عشان تعمل rotation around the center of galaxy. طبعا as we remember dear students from the previous stages, as in primary stage, as in first prep، خدنا مع بعض ان عندي moon rotate around the earth rotate around the sun, and the sun rotates around the galaxy. The galaxies rotate around the center of universe. So everything rotate around the bigger one او bigger than، يعني كل واحد يلف حول الاكبر منه due to the gravity طبعا. So here we have sun is from the components of the Milky Way galaxy, because sun is a star. So how many years the sun takes to complete one rotation around the center of Milky Way galaxy? In this case we should know this number is 220 million years to complete one rotation around the center of Milky Way galaxy. يعني بتاخد 220 مليون سنة to complete one rotation، لفة واحدة around the center of Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so here we have light year, and we should remember what is meant by light year زي ما خدنا in first prep والإعدادي.
So Mr. Muhammad, light year can be asked by 2 questions. The definition of light year and why it is used as a measuring unit.
Yes.
Okay, can you answer the 2 questions?
Okay.
Definition of light year and why it is used to measure distance.
Okay. So firstly we have to define what is meant by light year as a distance covered by light in 1 year. Distance covered by light in 1 year. And this distance is covered by light in 1 year equal how many? Kilometer equal 9.467 times 10 to the power of 12 kilometer. يعني الرقم ده قدامه 12 صفر. تمام؟ As we see here light year is what? Is distance covered by what? By light in 1 year. And it equals what? Equals 9.467 times 10 to the power of 12 kilometer. يعني الرقم ده equal how many? This number equal? Yes, equal 1 light year. So 1 light year equal? Yes, 9.467 times 10 to the power of 12 kilometer. So now we know what is meant by light year and give reason for, and the previous page has here we have why we use light year or why we don't measure distances in kilometer in the space, although because distances between galaxies are very huge, and in this point we have what we have to define what is meant by light year. Okay. Here we have to know what is meant by the solar system. Solar system, it contains what? طبعا as we studied before خدناها قبل كده sun and what and the 8 planets. As we see here we have sun is the biggest object in the solar system. هي أكبر حاجة sun as you see here الsun اهي. And we have 8 planets starting from Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. We have 8 planets rotating around the sun in fixed orbit. But before we talk about that, we have to know how the universe is formed. Do you want to ask any question?
Okay. The solar system consists of sun and 8 planets. How long is the distance between the sun and the solar system, all the solar system?
All the components of the solar system, here we have...
They extend for how many?
How many? In kilometer, we have to remember this number. The solar system extends about 12,000 million kilometer in the space. 12,000 million kilometer in the space. يعني 12 مليون kilometer in the space as a
and
distance.
This number, the student have to memorize it.
Yes, yes. لازم يبقوا فاكرينه كويس جدا. Okay, we remember the stars. يعني إيه stars? Stars طبعا we have to remember this definition. Star as what? As gaseous bodies generate what? Generate heat and light. يعني if we want to define star يعني إيه نجم أو stars, gaseous bodies generate heat and light. بتطلع ضوء وحرارة. Okay. طبعا as a question here, the stars small point أو they appear أو seem as small point although they are huge طبعا as you see here give reason قدامنا اهو. هقول له طبعا because they are so far from the earth. طبعا we may some from these stars are bigger than the sun. بيبقوا أكبر من الإيه؟ من الsun. But they appear or seem small points. بيبانوا كأنهم صغيرين جدا. Although they are huge, although because they are so far from the earth. We have another point in this lesson, dear students, as we have here to remember the earth or the planets. طبعا البلانتس عموما اللي هي بتبقى the planets أو from 8 planets أو the planet of life أو one from the 8 planets طبعا rotating around the sun أو that we live in it. يبقى ممكن يجيبها لي as a scientific term يقول لي the planet of life. طبعا only planet till now contains a life is Earth, and we have another definition planet that we live in اللي بنعيش فيه طبعا برضو هيبقى the Earth. Okay. So now dear students we remember what is meant by universe. يعني ايه universe? What is meant by stars? What is meant by galaxies? Cluster of galaxies. What is meant by planets? طبعا dark bodies rotate around the sun as Earth one from these planets. But here we should know what is meant أو how this universe is formed. ازاي الكون ده اتكون. As a theory is called what? Ms. Rasha, this
the Big Bang theory.
Yes.
This is the theory about how the origin of the universe, and it can be asked write a short note about the Big Bang Theory or how the universe is originated or the million of years needed for the Earth to form it or the galaxy to be formed. Starting with write a short note about the Big Bang Theory or explain the Big Bang Theory, the origin of the universe. Mr. Muhammad.
Okay, so here we have to look this Big Bang Theory. زي ما احنا شايفين هقول له طبعا البيج بانج ثيوري معناها ايه؟ طبعا theory that explain the origin of universe. خلي بالنا من النمبر ده since 15,000 million years. يبقى هنا هقول له theory explains the origin أصل of what of the universe since remember 15,000 million years as a Big Bang theory as ما احنا شايفين هنا قدامنا as a huge explosion. So here we explain the Big Bang theory depending on few points to explain number 1, number 2, number 3 till number 8 or number 9. Number 1, as we talk about the universe was a very small ball with very high temperature and pressure. الكون ده كله كان كرة صغيرة جدا طبعا as this theory with very high temperature and pressure. Due to this temperature.
Here there is a question.
Yes.
What's the origin of the universe?
Yes.
And what happened to this high temperature that start with the Big Bang?
Yes. So here we have to remember زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا the universe was a very small ball with very huge temperature and pressure. This ball exploded forming 1 million degree. 1 million degree temperature. نكتب بس مليون تاني هنا اهوت 1 million درجة حرارة مليون degree. Okay. So after this explosion hydrogen is 75% and helium is 25% are formed.
Here is also a question.
Yes.
Write the scientific term. The gas formed 75% after the Big Bang and the gas forming 25% after the Big Bang.
Okay.
Or a complete hydrogen gas formed how many percent and helium gas formed how many percent after the Big Bang.
Okay. So as Ms. Rasha said, here we should remember these numbers because we have to know how many helium and how many hydrogen in the Big Bang theory. على فكرة in the universe the ratio of the percentage of helium is 25% and hydrogen is 75%. يعني النمبرز دي هم جايبينها من اليونيفرس نفسه من الكون حوالينا ان most او the most مثلا as sun the mass of the sun components يعني about 99% helium or hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen. This hydrogen change into helium. تمام؟ يبقى هم الارقام دي مش جايبينها من دماغهم برضو. طيب number 4. So here number 4. After 1,000 million years matter masses are formed. بعد 1000 مليون سنة ابتدت اتكونت المادة نفسها. Then after 2,000 to 3,000 million years what old galaxies are formed. اوكي لازم نفتكر النمبر ده. ممكن نقول 3000 اوكي مش لازم من 2 3 ممكن نقول 3000 million years the old galaxies are formed. But after 5,000 million years after how many 5,000 million years we should remember what is formed here. The Milky Way galaxy is formed is formed طبعا. Number 7 after 10,000 million years. After what 10,000 million years. طبعا انا بقول Milky Way in number 6 يبقى number 7 هتبقى ايه؟ Yes. Solar system is formed او the components of solar system are formed. So after what? After last 2 points after 12,000 million years what the earliest life components are formed. Number 9 last one is what here is formed طبعا after 15,000 million years. So life is now الحياة دلوقتي. يبقى we start from zero time and end at 15,000 million years. لازم نفتكر النمبرز دي كويس قوي.
Okay, in this theory, he can ask number one about the temperature after the Big Bang. Number two, how many million years the Milky Way formed. Number three, from how many years the Earth is formed. Number four, the percent of hydrogen to helium after the Big Bang. These are important questions about the Big Bang theory. Okay.
Okay.
What else, Mr. Muhammad?
Okay, here we have a little video to show the clusters of galaxies after the formation of the universe. We have galaxies, stars, planets, and so on. So this video زي ما احنا شايفين هنا قدامنا clusters أو cluster of galaxies as you see here please. أهو مجموعة من الجالاكسيز rotating together in the huge cosmic space. طبعا rotating together due to what? Due to the gravity. بيلفوا مع بعض due to the gravity, and we have many forms of galaxies, but the most famous one is what? Is the solar system, is the Milky Way galaxy, is called spiral galaxy. Spiral what? Spiral galaxy. نرجع تاني للليسن عندنا as we have open universe theory. طبعا هي مش theory as we have like Big Bang theory, but we explain here as the give reason from parent, I think.
Yes, she asked about why the universe is in continuous expansion.
Yes.
And we answered that there is continuous motion and continuous separation between the galaxy.
Yes. So here we have give reason for, as we see here, universe in continuous expansion. Universe in continuous expansion. زي ما احنا شايفين قدامنا give reason اهو قدامنا. هقول له طبعا because the distances between galaxies increase أو because they are in continuous expansion because they are move away from each other. Okay. طبعا هنا I think we have some questions as we see about the first part of this lesson. الجزء الأولاني من الدرس عندنا اللي هو طبعا number one, Milky Way galaxies أو galaxy takes what shape? أقول له shape بقى what shape?
Spiral.
Yes, spiral shape. Number two, what gather in clusters including the Milky Way which contains the what? نخلي بالنا من البارت الأولاني. قال لي إيه؟ clusters. يبقى what gather in cluster هيبقى what?
Galaxies.
Galaxies, yes, galaxies. Gather in clusters including the Milky Way which contains the what? يبقى the stars. لأن هو قال لي Milky Way هيبقى فيه إيه؟ stars. And
stars.
what? And the planets. And what? The planets. Next question is, the scientists believe that the matter of the universe was a what? Ball of what in a small value. تمام؟ يبقى هقول له the scientists believe that the matter of the universe was a very small ball of high what?
High temperature.
High temperature. يبقى هنا هكتب temperature. Okay. Next question. Galaxies began to form after how many million years after the Big Bang? طبعا احنا لازم نفتكر. The galaxies formed after 3,000 million years. لو قال لي Milky Way galaxy يبقى 5,000 million years. Okay, but قال لي هنا ما حددش يبقى يقصد ال old galaxies. Milky Way galaxy took its what form after how many? طبعا هنا we remember the spiral form. الشكل بتاعها. After how many? Yes. After 5,000 million years of the Big Bang. Okay? Write the scientific term, the galaxy that our solar system belongs to. طبعا تبقى
Milky Way galaxy.
Milky Way galaxy. Number two,
it contains sun and 8 planets revolving around it. solar system.
Solar system.
Also number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Scientific term, the distance covered by light in 1 year is called light year.
Light year. Okay. I think that's enough يعني in this part of this lesson. We will complete with another part as we will talk about what, Ms. Rasha, as we have another part here.
We are going to mention the theory about the origin of the solar system.
So,
we have 3 theories about the origin of the solar system, each one by a name, each one have a theory name and the scientist name. Okay, we'll start with the first one, Mr. Muhammad.
Yes, as we, firstly we will define solar system.
Okay.
Okay, solar system is what? Solar system is consists of sun, planets, moons, طبعا meteors, meteoroids, and so on. يبقى all components كلها.
We have a phone call.
Phone call, okay.
Okay. الو.
الو.
ايوه نور الهدى. Right. Okay, what's your question, Noor? What's your question, Noor?
الو السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام.
Please decrease the volume of the TV.
Give a reason.
Okay. نوطي التلفزيون.
نور وطي صوت التلفزيون واسمعيني اسمعينا من التليفون بس.
ماشي حاضر.
اتفضلي.
Yes, what's your question, Noor?
يا مستر.
Yes, I can hear you. What's your question, Noor?
حضرتك give a reason. Universe equals expansion. انت حضرتك بتقول because galaxies move away each.
Galaxies move away from each other أو galaxies in continuous motion in the space. Yes.
Yes.
ما انت قلت إجابة ثانية because the distance between galaxy increase.
Yes.
So what's your question?
طب ايه المشكلة؟ عايزين نعرف ايه المشكلة.
يعني عادي إجابتين.
ممكن إجابتين، السؤال هو إجابته السؤال اللي تحتيه والسؤال اللي تحت هو إجابته السؤال اللي فوق بس.
ماشي حاضر، ماشي يا مستر شكرا.
Okay. Thanks Noor.
طبعا goodbye يا نور.
Okay, Noor is asking, she mix up the same question, have 2 answers.
Yes.
Okay, you can have 2 answers for the same question, Noor. Okay, Mr. Muhammad,
okay.
Continue.
So here we will start with this part اللي هو قدامنا على المونيتور اللي انا بتكلم هنا اهوت على solar system consists of what. طبعا هقول له sun, planets، الكلام اللي احنا we studied before in first prep, moons, meteors, asteroid belt, meteoroids, comets. اوكي تمام. and meteoroids. يعني we can يعني write here at least 4 components from the components of the solar system. The solar system extend over how many بقى؟ النمبر ده مهم جدا. How many? 12,000 million kilometer in the space. Okay? The solar system was formed since how many million years? خلي بالنا هنا قال لي ايه؟ since. يعني منذ. يبقى as we return back. يعني كأني برجع return back. يبقى after how many? 4,600 million years from now. But from the beginning of the Big Bang. لو قال لي in Big Bang theory هقول له after what 10,000 million years. يبقى we have 2 numbers. تمام. لو قال لي solar system since how many هقول له 4,600 يعني approximately هتبقى 5,000 million years. Okay. Sun is the dominant star in the solar system. Give reason for.
Okay, can I answer it?
Yes.
Okay. Sun is the dominant part of the solar system,
yes,
as it have 99% of the total mass of the solar system.
Excellent. يبقى
99% of the total mass
of solar
system total mass.
Solar system mass on the monitor, please. Mass in the sun. يعني 99% من السولار سيستم ماس
sun
is sun. 1% is distributed متوزعة between
the planets والميتورز والمونز
and so on. Newton's law of universal. طبعا هنا this law is very important. هنا بيتكلم نيوتنز على الجرافيتيشنال فورس او الجرافيتي الجاذبيه. هنا قال ايه؟ يعني تلخيص للموضوع هقول له نيوتنز لو قال the gravitational force او attraction force between the two objects is directly proportional with their masses and inversely proportional with the distance squared between the two objects. يعني if the mass increase the gravity or the gravitational force between the two objects will increase. If the distance increase أكيد the gravitational force will إيه؟ يعني لو distance increase the gravitational force will decrease. يبقى نيوتنز law أو نيوتنز universal law of gravity قال إن the gravitational force is directly proportional with the masses of the two objects and inversely proportional with the distance squared يعني power 2. Okay, here we have طبعا all the planets revolve around the sun is in fixed orbit. طبعا I think we can answer this question very easy due to
gravitational force.
يبقى due to gravitational force of the sun. يبقى الانسر بتاعتي ليه هم بيلفوا
in the same fixed orbit.
Yes, يبقى due to the
gravitational force of the sun.
Gravitational force of the sun. Next one is nebular theory, Laplace. طبعا أول theory try to explain the formation أو the origin of the solar system. Yes. أول نظرية بتاعة لابلاس. قال إيه؟ لازم خلي بالنا نفتكر nebular theory لابلاس عشان هيسألني على النيمز بتاع الساينتست. أول حاجة قال إيه؟ A glowing gaseous sphere revolving around itself. كان في glowing gaseous sphere بتلف حول نفسها او rotate around itself with very high speed.
Mr. Muhammad, this may be a question.
Yes.
Define nebula.
Yes.
What's meant by nebula or define nebula, and it may be scientific term.
So here we have this gaseous sphere, as we see here, this gaseous sphere revolving around itself بتلف حول نفسها يبقى اسمها ايه؟ nebula اللي هو السديم. Okay? So next point here is what? Under the effect of centrifugal force, the gaseous sphere becomes a gaseous disk. يعني this sphere, الكورة دي, change into what? Change from spherical shape into disk shape, becomes like that. بقت عبارة عن disk shape. طبعا what is meant by centrifugal force؟ يعني ايه centrifugal force؟ Here we have, if we have a ball with a rope, لو عندنا كورة وحبل، تمام؟ لو سمحتوا بس هنا عندي ball with a rope and revolve the ball like that. البول طبعا will go away from my hand. يبقى due to the centrifugal force. قوة الcentrifugal force against the gravity باسمها قوة الطرد لبره. يبقى لو انا عندي gaseous sphere rotate with very high speed, it will change into gaseous disk. Then due to the centrifugal force, بسبب الcentrifugal force, this gaseous disk will change into gaseous what? Rings. Okay? And these rings will condense by cooling, forming the planets. Each ring, كل حلقة منهم will condense by cooling, forming planet, and the filament أو flaming center is the sun. ده ملخص النظرية بتاعته.
Mr. Muhammad, we have a phone call.
Okay.
Okay. Lujine. Hello. Yes, Lujine.
Can I ask a question, please?
اتفضلي يا لوجي.
Please. اتفضلي.
Okay. I'm asking about the Newton's law and the components of the solar system.
Okay.
They are not written in the book, so we have to study it or not?
لا اوكي هنا لوجين هنا بنعرفهم بالنسبه للنيوتنز لو عشان احنا بنعرف حاجتين ان انا عندي في فورس اسمها جرافيتيشنال فورس مثلا بيقول لي ستارز او مثلا sun rotate around the center of the Milky Way galaxy due to the gravitational force. Number two, planets rotate around the sun due to the gravitational force. Okay? And at the same time we know another force is called centrifugal force. This force play an important role in the formation of the solar system according to the nebular theory by Laplace.
And both of the forces is written in the book.
Is there coming any questions about the Newton's law in the exam or something?
No. We should remember the gravitational force affecting by two bodies, sun with planet, sun with the galaxy, and so on.
Okay.
Do you remember? Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay, Lujan, you have another question?
No, thank you.
Okay,
Okay,
you are
thanks,
welcome.
Luigi.
Okay.
Okay.
اوكي يبقى نكمل هنا على المونيتور. يبقى بيقول لي ان هو a glowing gaseous sphere revolving around itself under the effect of centrifugal force. احنا اتفقنا مع بعض قوة السنترفيوجال من اللف السريع الحاجة بتطرد لبره. يبقى نمبر 3 under the effect of centrifugal force the gaseous disk becomes a gaseous rings. اتحولت ل gaseous rings at this form. Okay, and the last point in this theory, the gaseous rings condensed and form the planets. كونت البلانتس. اوكي طبعا the Fleming center is the sun. خلي بالنا من البوينت الاخرانيه دي. The Fleming center is the sun. Okay. You have okay. We have another I think
we have another time.
Okay.
Okay.
طبعا احنا عرفنا نيبولار ثيري كده خلاص.
just first theory. إن شاء الله we are going to continue the second and the third theory in the next episode. Thanks for watching us. Thanks, Mr. Muhammad.
Thank you, Ms. Rasha.
Wishing you all the best and goodbye. Thanks.